Hello, 10th grade. Welcome to our first class of the fourth partial. And today we will go over new topics that will work for us to go over this fourth partial. I really hope you guys are doing okay, that you are safe, that your families are safe. And let's continue with this process of learning because I know that you guys miss it. And let me tell you that we really miss as teachers being with you, being with you in our classrooms and having fun and just laughing with you. So I really hope you guys are doing okay and we pray for it. Now, today we're going to go over our first topic and I will show you which one is it. It is called main and subordinate clauses, and we'll find this topic in our book on page 543. I will repeat it, 543. That is the page in which you will find this topic. Okay, once you already have this topic with you on your book, so you will need also your notebook. Don't forget because we will use it. Okay, we'll use it. We're going over the first part of the book, and it's this one. It says main clauses. A clause is a group of words that has a subject and a predicate and that is used as a part of a sentence. Let's remember that a predicate is the part of the sentence that includes the verb. Okay, don't forget this, and I know that you already learned this before and maybe in the last year or the previous years in elementary, but don't forget these things, please. And I think that is a very good thing for us to remind us of this and remember them too. Let's continue reading. It says clauses fall into two categories. All right, main clauses, which are also called independent clauses, and subordinate clauses, which are also called dependent clauses. And we will see why these clauses are called like this, but don't worry, we're going over each one of them at a time. So let's see. It says a clause always contains a subject performing a verb. So let's see this example here. It says Lily ran. Simple sentence, very simple. It says Lily is the subject, the person doing the action, and ran is the verb, in this case the action, is the action being completed. We have a subject, which is Lily, and performing a verb, which is ran. So this is a clause. All right, let's remember that a clause needs a subject and a predicate or a verb to be a clause. All right, let's see. Now, a main clause, let's go over this one. We're going over the first one. The main clause expresses a complete thought and so makes sense on its own. That means that this clause doesn't need another clause to be completed, or another verb, or another predicate, or another subject to be completed, because its own idea, its own thought is completed. So let's go over your book on page 543, and we can see some examples over there of main clauses. And as you can see, it says stories entertain, the first example, and people listen. Both of them are main clauses, because if we put them apart, we set them apart and we write them individually, they will be complete thoughts. Okay, it makes sense to say stories entertain, that's okay, and people listen, that's another clause. So by themselves they both have a complete thought. Now, I have other examples here, and it says Lola sang beautifully, and it is a complete thought. And we also have the boys kicked the football. So both of them are complete thoughts, which are main clauses. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm going too fast right now, but I'm moving on. Okay, this is a very simple topic that you already have it on your book. So if you want to review it and go over your book again and look at it, you can also do it. Also, if you have another questions or some questions, you can write them down on our platform in Classroom or just send me a message. All right, we have this first exercise on our book. It is identifying main clauses. It says on your paper, in this case on your notebook, copy the following sentences and mark each main clause, all right? Then write S below each subject and V below each verb. Be sure that each clause you mark can stand alone as a sentence. All right, so let's see. Um, you will go over this clause, you will go over this exercise, and you will complete it, okay? Make it complete. And you will write there 5 exercises, so please write them down in your notebooks. And when you're finished doing all the exercises for today, please take a picture and upload it to the platform, because I will check it out in the next hours, okay? Now let's continue with our presentation. Now let's go over page 544. Turn the page, and we will find a subordinate clause, which means that it gives extra information about the main clause. That means that it helps the main clause. Now, as you can see on your book, it says a subordinate clause has a subject and a predicate. Also, can you see this? But it cannot stand alone as a sentence. That means that if you find a subordinate clause, it will not make sense. All right, because it doesn't have sense. It doesn't make sense. Now let's see. We have some examples that I brought from your book. And it says, main clause, stores entertain. You can see there is a subject and there is a verb. But there is an extra information, which is the subordinate clause. It says, because they are amusing. Also, there is a subject and there is a verb. All right? Now, you can put it together. It says stories that entertain, amuse people. You can find 2 subjects, 2 verbs as well. Can you see how simple this is? And this is it for today. I also have some more things to teach you, but don't worry, we'll wait for the live lesson for us to review this. And something very important that a very important thing that I want to remark or make stand right now. It says it can come, we're talking about the subordinate clause, it can come before or after the main clause, but doesn't make sense on its own. That means that doesn't matter where it is in the sentence. It can be at the beginning, it can be at the end, but it will be a subordinate clause. Now, we have so far and today we already learned that we have 2 types of clause, the main clauses and the subordinate clauses. Also, we have learned today that both contain a subject performing a verb, but only main clauses make sense on their own, not the subordinate. We have also learned today, that's it. we learned all this today, so I really hope you guys have understand this. So what is going next right now? You're going to complete exercise number 1 on page 543 and exercise 2 in page 544, which is the one that is below here. Okay, so after doing this, if you have any concerns, if you have any questions, please text me through the platform and I will be here. All right, goodbye 10th grade. See you in the live lesson.